is the main event of NGW's Eternal Glory. When the bell rings, the man in charge of the action, Mr. Rich Swift. And this contest is a singles bout set for one fall to decide the NGW Championship. Introducing the competitors.
It tells you everything you need to know about the potential that his peers saw in Myles Kayman. That when he first arrived at the NGW Academy, he was nicknamed the Golden Boy, the one prophesized to be the future of this company. But somewhere along the way, Myles Kayman became impatient for his moment in the sun. He is trying to force the issue, climb to the top of the mountain at the expense of one of the greatest this country has ever produced.
Spoke at length earlier in this night that the spotlight is not shared, it is taken. And you may not agree with the tactics and the attitude of the new generation, but now that spotlight is looked to be ripped away from Rampage Brown.
Kayman confronted Rampage at the end of Ultimate Showdown. It was the slap heard around the world. But it'll be heard even louder if he can get the job done here. An Ultimate Showdown when this man became the NGW Champion again. In many ways it was no surprise because Rampage Brown is a serial winner. But Myles Kayman's point is that in that four-way match where Rampage won the title, not a single member of the new generation, the up-and-coming group of talent here in NGW were featured in the match. So Kayman forced the issue, ignited the wrath of Rampage, and made it unavoidable that he would be the next to challenge for the title.
That very well might be the means to an end if the end is indeed the NGW World Championship being wrapped around the waist of Myles Kayman. He did indeed force the issue. He does indeed have a chip on his shoulder because he is done waiting for his moment. Tonight may be that moment, but in order to take it, he has to take down one of the best the UK has ever produced.
Reese and Rogan earlier tonight winning the NGW Tag Team Championships for New Gen. Music took Leon Slater to the limit. Now can New Gen's leader get the biggest victory of them all here in the main event of Eternal Glory 2024? Already, Kayman got to think that's deliberate, trying to antagonize Rampage, trying to take advantage of the champion's notoriously short fuse. And as soon as Kayman gets back into the ring, we will have the official introductions for what promises to be an enormous main event.
Introducing first to my left, he is the challenger. Representing the New Gen and weighing tonight, 100 is your reigning and defending New Generation Wrestling Champion, Rampage Brown!
Are we minutes away from seeing Myles Kayman fulfill his destiny? That is the image right there that he hopes will close the night. Him with that NGW Championship above his head. But a more common image that we've seen throughout the 16 years of this company is big shows like this going off air with Rampage Brown's arm raised.
Indeed, the Golden Boy wants to get his hands on some gold. A collar and elbow tie-up here to get us underway. There's no secret here who has the strength advantage in this match.
Yeah, Kayman, a fine young athlete, but very few wrestlers in the world who can match power with Rampage, and there is an early warning sign for Kayman not to try and outpower the champion. Another slap. Rampage been waiting a few months to slap him back, and when he did, it took Kayman off his feet.
That's exactly it. It's, again, no secret that Myles Kayman has a massive chip on his shoulder. He's frustrated with the way the new generation have been treated. And if that frustration is able to translate into the aggression necessary to take the title from Rampage Brown, that'll be a big deal. But he can't let himself be clouded with his judgment. And early on, Rampage Brown with a huge slam is in control.
Rampage went for a chop. Kayman did well to get out of the way. But Rampage taking exception, I think. He didn't think the chop was hard enough. Kayman tries again. A bit of mind games here from Rampage.
He's beckoning to him. It's almost as if he's saying, you want to take this top spot and that's the best you got? Give me a harder one. Give me a better one. If that's the best you got, it's not going to be enough.
Chop, meanwhile, from Rampage was enough to send Kayman all the way over the top rope down to the arena floor, but Brown's not giving him any time to recover. Another chop.
Those big, strong hands of Rampage Brown. It's like a skillet just being smashed across the chest of Myles Kayman.
One of the great difficulties of facing Rampage Brown, we hear it all the time from former opponents of his, is that he gives you very few opportunities, I should say, to get back into things, but there's one there. Kayman just saw a split-second chance as Rampage came under the bottom rope, and he was able to take advantage. That was good from Kayman.
There's never been any doubt. Oh, goodness. Rough landing on the snake eyes there, but a big boot from Rampage Brown. There's never been any doubt as to how talented Kayman has been. But it has just been a matter of his frustrations since we returned from the pandemic. Those frustrations may come to a head here tonight as he tries to take the NGW title from Rampage.
You see, to the point I made a moment ago, as soon as there was one door opening for Myles Kayman, it was very quickly closed again. Rampage Brown immediately reasserting himself, and if you're Kayman, you don't know when the next opening might come, if another one will come.
And again,
continuing to brawl here.
And Kayman doing his best. Oh no! I was about to say returning the chops, but chopping the post. That could have broken his hand.
You can see Kayman's in some pain here, just trying to shake some feeling back into that hand, but that won't help. Rampage Brown slamming that hand right onto the edge of the ring there.
Rampage Brown really just having his way with Myles Kayman at this point, giving everybody in the front row an up-close and personal look at the damage being inflicted.
Well, look, a few months ago in this building, everyone in the front row got a very clear view of Myles Kayman slapping Rampage Brown around the face. So Brown wants to do a tour of the ringside area and make it clear to everyone here exactly who the best man is.
Of course, our referee here, Rich Swift, trying to get this action back in the ring. He knows this is what the people have paid to see. He doesn't want to see this match thrown out. We want this to be settled, have a definitive winner, and put this issue to bed for good. And we might have one if Rampage tosses Myles Kayman off of the stage. But chopping his legs out from under him is Myles Kayman.
He hit right in the back of the left knee there. Kayman was in danger of being, looks like Rampage might have thrown him off the stage.
Rampage's legs look like tree trunks. Myles Kayman looks to chop one of those tree trunks down to size.
Now just trying to put some distance between himself and Rampage. He knows he's poked the bear here. There's an elbow from Kayman. Kayman's just trying to get out of the ring. Rampage helping him on his way. Kayman firing back though from the ring apron. A big strike from the champion. And Kayman dropping Rampage's throat over the top rope.
Well, you can't hesitate in a moment like this. As you said, you get so few openings against a competitor like Rampage Brown. You must take advantage.
I think he was looking to suplex him to the outside. In the end, he ended up on the apron with Kayman as Rampage. Chop across the chest again. How many of those has Rampage hit already here? Another one. Just punishing Myles Kayman and enjoying himself. There's almost a smile on the face of Rampage Brown. You don't see that very often.
Well, he's in his element, you see. Myles a kick to the knee. And now he's trying to create an opening. He's had very few opportunities for offense, but again, taking the moment to beckon to the crowd and clothesline back into the ring.
Big mistake. Big mistake from Kayman. Again, just that split second of chance there to take control, but he chose to use that moment to pose, and he's paid the price.
Well, this is the thing with Myles Kayman that I just don't understand. I can understand having a chip on your shoulder. I can understand being impatient, waiting for your moment to come. But to feel like you have been wronged because that opportunity was not given to you, was not handed to you because you were dubbed the Golden Boy coming out of training, to have spent 6 weeks working as a referee, setting up and taking down rings, that does not mean that you are not special. That does not mean that you deserve special treatment.
Rampage was knocked off the apron, went into those crowd barriers. That could be a big moment here for Kayman. And by the way, you've got to say, again, we might not like Myles Kayman, but he hasn't come out here with the rest of New Gen. There's no Vusic, there's no Reese and Rogan. Kayman has decided, it looks like, that he's going to try and prove he is the man on his own.
We can only hope that it stays that way. Rampage being sent into the post, the actual hardest part of the ring. And again, that's a square post. It's not rounded off as you see in some other companies. That much more pain, that much more damage being inflicted if you hit the corner as Rampage just did.
Since Rampage struck that crowd barrier, it's been all Kayman. It's the first time in the match we can really say that. Scooping up Rampage here. And there's the snake eyes. Here comes Kayman. Taking down Rampage, stays on top of him very quickly into the pin. Rampage out at 2. But Kayman starting to cook here.
This is the first real chance that Kayman has had to get some sustained offense in, string together some moves. Rampage not moving and delivering just straight punches to the dome of Rampage Brown.
Once more though, taking the time to go to the turnbuckle and address the crowd. Doesn't cost him anything this time though, because Rampage is so beaten down at this point that Kayman can kind of do what he likes. And again, a bit of showboating from the challenger.
But again, every time you take that opportunity to showboat, you are giving a veteran in Rampage Brown that much more time to recuperate, that much more time to try and formulate a plan as to what to do next.
Kayman choking away at Brown. This is one of the things we've seen in this new version of Myles Kayman since he's been leading New Gen, is that whereas he used to be a very respectful young athlete, look at this now. Slapping the back of the head, prepared to break rules, prepared to show disrespect. That is a different part of Myles Kayman's game compared to what we knew of him when he was a youngster.
It's so disappointing to see someone with so much talent go about their careers with such disrespect with regards to some of the veterans on this NGW roster, many of which paved the way for a Myles Kayman to be in a main event match here at Eternal Glory.
Kayman, a bit of jaw-jacking again to the fans here, and I know they say that nice guys finish last, but there is a way of being self-confident without it straying over into arrogance, and Kayman is way, way across that line.
A huge splash in the corner, showing off his physique, if you will. He wants to relish in this moment. Say what you will about Myles Kayman. He is a show-off. He likes to showboat. He wants everyone to know exactly what they're seeing if this is indeed his crowning moment.
Kayman wants this to be a match that will be played back for years to come as the start of the Myles Kayman era. He hasn't got the job done yet, though.
Not by a long shot, if you ask me. A lot of men have tried to put Rampage Brown down. It's taken a lot more than what we've seen so far. And Myles Kayman is on the right path with an uppercut in the corner.
Rampage sent from one corner to the other. Kayman gesturing for the title, but as you said, Tempest, he hasn't won it yet. Once more, he took too long. Rampage out of the way. Bit of hubris from Myles Kayman.
Rampage Brown now with an opportunity to recover and a big clothesline. Now he's able to stitch together some offense. And a big Uranage takes Myles Kayman down. This could be it.
Just like that, it could be over. Kayman used both legs to force his shoulders up off the canvas prior to the count of 3.
Again, Rampage so big, so strong. It takes far fewer maneuvers from a man like that to put down an opponent.
He's looking for the gut wrench powerbomb there. Kayman slipped out over the shoulder. The springboard uppercut. Beautifully administered by Myles Kayman. It caught Rampage in the jaw, but Rampage on instinct gets the right shoulder up, and he remains the NGW champion for now.
Again, showing why they called him the Golden Boy in the first place. A wonderful springboard spinning back elbow. That's always been the case with Myles Kayman. You cannot deny his talent. His talent simply is undeniable. He himself wants to be deemed undeniable.
Kayman, another uppercut. Rampage backed into the corner. I will say this for Kayman, this hasn't gone the way I was expecting. Kayman has had far more of the offense here than I thought he would against an opponent the caliber of Rampage Brown, particularly an angry Rampage Brown who's been slapped in the face.
Well, don't speak too soon now. Rampage again, going back to the chop, driving the wind from the lungs. Now a straight shot to the jaw of Myles Kayman. Rampage perhaps looking for a superplex.
This could be the beginning of the end for Kayman's dreams of being the NGW champion. I think he knows that as well, which is why he's done everything he can to get out of there. Once again, clipping the leg of Rampage.
Kayman is a smart competitor. He's done his homework. He knows that much of Rampage's offense comes from a steady base. That power, it comes from the legs. You take out one of the legs, maybe you avoid a move such as the gut wrench powerbomb.
Rampage able to shove him away, but the referee went down. Was that deliberate? He's got a smile on his face. I guess if we're giving him the benefit of the doubt, we might say that the referee was taken down by accident.
Diving clothesline from Rampage Brown, but there's no referee to count the pin.
That should be all. Rampage should be retaining the title right now. He's going to have to do something to revive the referee, or either that or we're going to need a second official out here. Oh, wait, hang on.
No.
Yeah,
Just as we saw in our tag title match here, Vusic coming down, throwing the belt in the ring.
Uh-oh.
This isn't Rampage's first rodeo. He's not going to allow a match like this to be cited because of outside interference, because of a foreign object.
But hold on. Kayman with the shot with the belt. Right into the skull of Rampage Brown.
And now Kayman trying to revive our referee.
This can't happen, not like this. This would be obscene. This would be totally obscene if Kayman wins the title like this, but he doesn't. Rampage gets the shoulder up.
Rampage is not going to allow his title to be taken. Not this way. If you're going to beat Rampage Brown, you have to do it the right way.
The referee not going to be intimidated by Kayman.
Oh, no, what is this?
A low blow and then throwing that. That's an assault. That's an assault is what that is.
This should be a disqualification. We wondered if the first one was intentional. There's no such doubt with that one. A low blow to the referee, to Rich Swift, who was just trying to do his job here. And now a steel chair being produced from under the ring.
This is disgusting. But to think, earlier on I was giving him credit for not using the other members of New Gen, for keeping this on the up and up. He's certainly not doing that now. We're seeing the true colours of Myles Kayman. Kayman with a steel chair, going to look to bend it around the skull of Rampage Brown. Rampage ducks, but Kayman on the rebound. Got hit. Rampage. Somebody Vusic holding the leg.
This is a handicap match at this point. This is ridiculous.
Kayman was about to get powerbombed if it wasn't for Vusic. Here come Reese and Rogan as well. Come on now, it's 4-on-1.
How could you possibly want to win a championship this way? Sure, your name may be written on the title. Your name may go down in the history books as a champion. But how could you possibly feel like a champion after some garbage like this?
Kayman doesn't care. Kayman doesn't care. In his mind, he'll be a champion however he has to do it. The end justifies the means for the Golden Boy. Here comes the double choke slam from Yorkshire Tough.
Rampage not only having to take on a hell of a competitor in Kayman, but as well our new NGW Tag Team Champions who could possibly live up to those odds.
This isn't a wrestling match now, it's just a gang assault. Oh, hold on, wait! Look who's here! Robbie X, Adam Maxted! There's Dara Diablo as well!
The odds have been evened. Now potentially giving Rampage a chance at a fair matchup once again.
Yeah, but I don't know, the damage has been done. There was a sustained 4-on-1 assault there against the NGW Champion. Rampage is still somehow dragging himself back to his feet. Kayman's got a chair again. There's still no referee here, for goodness sake.
Someone needs to get the referee. Oh, we need to restore order here as the steel chair is wrapped around the back of Rampage Brown.
And he's proud of himself. Is this how you envisioned it, Myles? Is this how you envisioned becoming a champion?
It's just a shame that our World Championship match has to devolve to this state.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Wait! Once again, Mark Lebet. The beast has seen enough.
Finally, someone to restore a bit of order. Get his microphone working.
What do you think you're doing? I'm doing the scenic walk here, hoping to find there's some stairs up here, otherwise I'm going to have to hop up. Oh well. Have we got any stairs? I'm sorry, I'm getting old. No, you might regret that.
Mark Lebet, what's he doing? We've seen him on the stage a couple of times tonight, but he's chosen to get all the way into the ring here. I don't know if this is smart from Lebet, because Kayman still has that chair in hand.
I was about to say, he may be largely in charge.
This gives me more problems than you do, Sonny. Now listen, Shorty. If you want to win, do it.
Lebet's taking the chair. He put his hands on Lebet. A slap from Lebet to Kayman. Wait, Rampage. Gut wrench powerbomb.
We still don't have a referee.
Send a referee out.
Get a ref
Here comes the referee, another referee. There's a count of 2, but not 3. Not 3, Kayman kicked out. Kayman kicked out before 3.
But still, it was a very long 2 count. Rampage Brown should have had this match won 2 times over at this point.
Well, at least the odds are even. Rampage, hang on. Rampage has that championship belt and he's got evil intentions. You can see the cogs turning in the brain of Rampage Brown. Rampage doesn't, for everything Kayman has done, Rampage doesn't want to win this way. He doesn't want to hold on to the title rather by losing by disqualification. Another low blow! Another low blow from Kayman! And Kayman dropping Rampage right on his head! Myles Kayman with the pin! I don't believe it! I don't believe it! Kayman is the champion!
The winner of the match, and New Generation Wrestling Champion, the Golden Boy, Myles Kayman!
It may have happened in the most dubious of circumstances imaginable, but however it happened, the Golden Boy just became the man!
I cannot believe what we have just seen. Are you proud of yourself, Myles? Are you going to be able to go back and look at yourself in the mirror with that gold draped across your shoulder and feel good about what you accomplished tonight?
Knowing what we know about the narcissistic personality of that young man, I think he will look in the mirror. I think he'll stare at himself in the mirror with that championship around his waist for hours, because Myles Kayman, one way or another, come hell or high water, has achieved his dream tonight in Hull City Hall.